Now that the election is behind us, we can turn our attention to the big challenges facing us. The most important is economic. Bill Clinton got it right. It is the economy, stupid. Like others in the developed world, our government is in deficit. Our healthcare spending is growing and our manufacturing sector is shrinking. Ontario's unemployment rate is high, especially among young adults. It is not a pretty picture. These are politics in hard times. The Premier faces some tough decisions, decisions that will require real leadership. So, where do we see real leadership today? Certainly not in the United States. Barack Obama looks for a consensus that is not there. Congress is bitterly divided, and everyone puts short-term political interest ahead of long-term gain. Across the pond, the picture is even more dismal. Most of Europe's governments are mired in debt that gets worse by the day. The crisis over the euro could deliver a stinging smack to the global economy, a smack which would be felt right here in Ontario. Yet European leaders have done nothing but kick the ball down the field for 2 years, hoping the problems will magically go away. The most disappointing is the small-minded German Chancellor, Angela Merkel. Germany has benefited from its capacity to export manufactured goods to its poorer Mediterranean neighbors. Now Greece and Portugal and Spain and Italy, some of its best customers, are swimming in debt. You'd think that Angela Merkel would come riding to the rescue out of sheer self-interest. Not this German chancellor. Merkel has dragged her feet at every turn. This petite bourgeoise plays to German memories of the trauma of inflation after World War I, when the savings of the German middle class were wiped out. Germans, like all peoples, have selective historical memories. They can all tell the story of hyperinflation in the 1920s, but conveniently forget the deficit spending that unified the two Germanys and helped to make that country the powerhouse of Europe in the 1990s. Angela Merkel is leading from behind, if she's leading at all. Conservative and risk-averse, the leader of Europe's strongest economy consistently asks her people for too little, too late. Here's an awful thought. Is it possible that Germany will destroy Europe for the third time in the last 100 years? It could happen. From Merkel to Obama and beyond, this failure of leadership is our real crisis. Where's the call to arms, the demand for sacrifice, the honesty about the problems we face? I haven't heard it. Let's hope we hear it from the Premier of Ontario, and soon. For the Agenda with Steve Paikin, I'm Janice Stein.